What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Real quick, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody drop something in the chat real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Oh, bet, 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 bet. Hey, look. So I was actually gonna make a video. What's good, Cerebro? Yo, so I was gonna make a video out of all of this, right? Talking about, of course, announcement from Fight Night yesterday. We all know that was kind of a big deal from them. Instead, I wanted to kind of come ask y'all, man, like, what do y'all think about? Yo, what's up, yo? So, what do y'all think, man? I want y'all opinion, yo. What do y'all think about the EA announcement yesterday? If for anybody who ain't heard, all right, um, I can't remember the news outlet, but there was a news outlet yesterday that basically said that EA was green lighting, right? Green lighting a like a boxing game. I think they even called it like Operation Money Ball or Money Bags or something like that. Yeah, some wild name to it. Um, what do y'all think, man? What do y'all think about EA possibly making another fight night or potentially bringing fight night back? What is y'all's take? I want to hear what the boxing world got to say because I know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it, but I said, man, what do y'all think? It's cool. It's cool. Like, are we excited about it though? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we excited about EA making another fight night? I think it's great news. To be honest, I mean, I can't wait for ESBC, but nothing wrong with having two boxing games, is there? I'll buy both. No, and I agree. I agree. I don't think anything wrong with having two boxing games. I'm dying for ESBC though. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's going to be like WCW versus Raw in the '90s. It's good to have competition, but I'm not interested in an EA Sports anything. See, so I wait. I want to hear. I want to hear a few more opinions, man. The room is starting to fill up a little bit. I want to hear some more opinions because I have my feelings for boxing as a whole, yo. Like boxing night war. Could you imagine though? Could you imagine? And I doubt it. I doubt it. But what if EA had been working on this the whole time? Like, what if this wasn't like a green lighting, yo? Like, they literally had been working on, you know what I'm saying, a boxing game the whole time. We just didn't know. I doubt that though. I honestly doubt that. And not only that, but do y'all feel like Fight Night would genuinely compete with what ESBC is bringing? Not only that, but what type of game would we actually get with Fight Night? Would we get like we did with Champion, like a sim, like an arcadey, more arcadey than sim? Or do you think they would switch it up now because ESBC is bringing out like real hard sim? You know what I'm saying? One of the big things is depending on the contracts the fighters have with ESBC, there's going to be not a massive selection for EA to get its fighters. Can't be both. They probably out here baiting ESBC to throw something out there. See, that is actually, damn it, man. Me and you, dude, great minds. All right, great minds think alike. Because that is honestly what I was thinking, MG. That's what I was thinking. I honestly believe that it's a bait, B. Like I really do, and I'll explain. I'll explain. But I do think that it's somewhat of a bait, yo. I do. And as far as Jack, so when it comes to the contracts, that's hard to say because we really don't even know what the contracts is like. And I had talked about that in a previous video, where if you look at somebody like Jamel Herring is in ESBC, but he's also on the roster for round for round. Clearly, we have no idea what round for round is doing, yo. No clue. But he has signed to round for round, but he's also signed to ESBC. So that'll tell you right there that nobody's really sure what these contracts actually look like and whether they are actually signing away their full license to where they can't be used in any other game, or whether they're just giving you the right, you know what I'm saying, just to use their likeness in the game and then they can sell it to whoever they want to, you know. But you're right, like, and then contracts on a case-by-case basis. So we're pretty sure, I haven't seen a contract, but we're pretty sure, man, that no two contracts really look the same. You know what I mean? Behind in a business move. Feel for me. It is, man. I think it is a business move. I spoke to who was signed for round, and he has not heard anything for like a year or so from them. Dude, this is so crazy, Jack. It's so crazy. If you watch the interview I did with Jamel Herring was like, dude, they reached out to him, got him signed up, and then all of a sudden, flatline, dog. He had heard nothing. He had heard nothing. I think fight will be more of a pick and play kind of game. But if you want to experience the sweet science of boxing, play ESBC. You know, there was, and I wish my man Poe was in here. I wish Poe was in here. Because you like, if you know Poe, man, he's been advocating for a very long time, and his thing has always been sim, right? Which I agree with. I think it's time for a real like sim game. But I know him and Rackzilla in the Discord, they's kind of like getting into it a little bit because people wonder, does the sim really sell? The sim sell, right? Or does arcade sell more? A lot of people, man, especially casual fans, don't want to play no hard game, yo. Nothing they really got to put a whole lot of effort into, you know? That's saved for your hardcore fans, man. But I mean, does sim sell? We're gonna find out with ESBC if sim really sells or not. And I honestly, I think it does, man. I think it does. But again, like, are we excited? Like, are we excited for fight night? And is it like a fight night? And like, what version of fight like will we be looking for, man? Because a lot of people didn't like champions. All right, a lot of people didn't like fight night champions. There's a lot of people ain't like fight night, man, since hell round 2. Cause like MG was saying, man, dude, I actually think it is kind of a business move. Because there's a war that goes on, yo, in the gaming industry. Yeah, there's a war that goes on behind the scenes, yo, that a lot of people have no idea about, man. And these companies are cutthroat, boy. They are cutthroat. And the strategic moves that they pull, boy, let me tell you. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I'll be completely honest with y'all, man. Like, and So, have you ever played soccer games? PES is more simulation based, but FIFA gets all the attention. You are absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And yes, yeah, I've played FIFA, dude. I don't buy them every year. Same thing with Madden because I know how EA works, man. EA will give you literally the same game 2 years in a row, so it's best that you skip a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to see the game change, yo, you might want to skip a year or two to feel like you're actually getting like a fresh game, man. But I get it for the people who really need it. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? They get it every year. But yeah, Michael, you're right. Because FIFA definitely gets the majority of the attention, and it's easily your biggest seller on top of it, without a doubt. And that's why I say, like, if Fight Night and ESBC was to drop at the same time, like, would they sell like that? You know what I'm saying? Would Fight Night sell that way? Jack, I buy FIFA every year. A massive being from the UK, so it's like my first sport alongside boxing. Pez is garbage now. You do wonder what they're putting into. But I can understand that, man. I can understand you get FIFA every year. Especially, I mean, it would be no different. Like, if they had boxing games that was coming out, especially real good ones, that was dropping every year, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, boxing is like a first love, man. So I can understand. I can understand that. You know, I can definitely understand that. So I'll give y'all my opinion, man. I'm 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 with MG, right? I honestly believe that EA is throwing it out there kind of to get their feet wet, right? And it's a couple of things, man. Fight Night will always sell because it's EA. True. As much as everyone slags them off, they do promote Wells. Mm, how do you feel about ESBC not showing up at the convention? Danny, it hurts a little bit, but not a whole lot, and I'll explain that too. Yeah, they go at it. There's actually a documentary on how our game systems we play, the companies come up. They were ruthless. How they try to outsell them, outsmart them. Yeah, man, like, for real, dude. So that article, man, there was a couple things in that article. So, do I believe that they probably talked to somebody? It said developers. It said inside developers or something like that. But then at the very end, when they said that they tried to talk to somebody from EA to get a response, they basically said that we don't reply to rumors, right? Almost to make it seem like, yo, somebody came out and just said something, you know, and it's a rumor. But this is EA, dog. We know that a big company like that is going to play the game. A couple things to keep in mind. We know what to project the release date for ESBC was anyway, right? December. It's almost middle of November. You know what I mean? Not only that, but everybody know EA is out there watching. EA's out there watching. They're paying attention to the videos that we make. They pay attention to, you know what I'm saying, the community as a whole. They know that right now, things are kind of like quiet in the ESBC space with Steel City, all that type of stuff. Why wouldn't you throw something out there right now, you know what I'm saying, to get people talking about a potential fight night and taking information and additional hype away from ESBC and Steel City? Like, why wouldn't you do that? You know what I'm saying? If I was a competitor, yo, right now is exactly when I would start feeding that potential out there, yo, that, yeah, we might be working on something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know y'all excited about this game that's coming out, but we're the household name, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're the household name. is it officially confirmed they're not featuring at the convention? Yeah, they're not. And there was, um, Rack was in the Discord yesterday, and he confirmed that they won't be at the convention. I know SBC ain't on the itinerary, but could feature under the major topics or whatever is specified. I can't remember. So that was the reason that I didn't make a video on the itinerary. And I actually said it on Twitter, man. If y'all ain't following me on Twitter, y'all should. But we get a lot of conversation going on over there. But there was a reason that I didn't. So I had the itinerary emailed to me, and it was one part in it that basically said that the itinerary is subject to change, and I knew from there. But I also remember what the old itinerary looked like, yo. Like, the old itinerary looked nothing like the current one that we got, you know. And nothing was clear. Nothing was clear. Nothing was cut. So there was always the potential that they either were or weren't going to be there. You know what I'm saying? I didn't sign up to go to the WBC Convention solely for Esports Boxing Club. I was really, really hoping they would be there. But, man, boxing is life for me, man. Like, I do this on a regular, yo. So going to those conventions, man, is opportunities for me to network and talk to other coaches, man, potentially meet some of these people that are going to be there. Floyd Mayweather's going to be there. The Charlo brothers are going to be there. Adonis Stevenson's going to be there. Canelo confirmed that he's going to be there. There's tons of potential going to those things, man. Stuff like that, man, I live for stuff like that. So that's why I'll always be grateful to SCI for inviting me to the first one, to the 58th. If they didn't invite me to that one, man, I wouldn't have the opportunity to go to this one. More than likely, I wouldn't even be on the mailing list. I think announcement was to rattle ESBC to reveal something. Yeah, dude, yes. I believe that, yo. I do believe that. Like, if let's say SCI wasn't ready. Let's say the game wasn't ready. Let's say it was in worse shape, yo, than any of us could think. Which I don't believe that's the case. I don't. I honestly believe that they could drop this game right now if they wanted to. But again, if I'm EA, you want to do something, man, to try to make somebody rush the ball. And that was why I also felt like what Rack said in the Discord yesterday was just that more important. All right. Yes, they said it wasn't going to be at the convention. I believe he addressed the whole, like, not putting something out during Canelo Plant, which personally, I'll tell you, man, I felt like it was a big miss, man. Like, it's a big miss, but I'm not in the company like that. I would imagine they have their reasons for it. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna miss an opportunity like that, yo, for nothing. They have their reasons for it, I'm sure. But at the same time, when Rack and them say, regardless of what's going on, we're never going to be pressured, yo, to just push something until we are ready. That is an important statement, dude. Like, it is hard, yo. It is, because of the way that these companies play ball, dog. Like, it is hard to really stay the course that way and not feel forced to have to push something. You know what I'm saying? And I do believe that EA said that they was trying that, Poe. I do, man. I believe that's what they was doing. You should go there to see who going to be in the game or not. That's my intention. So regardless of whether they was going to be there or not, you already know. I'm going to be there asking every person I get a chance to, dog, whether they're going to be in the game or not. You already know that. I still can't believe ESBC didn't release anything for Canelo Plant fight. Now the convention is coming and ESBC doesn't seem to be on top of it. I don't get it, man. I think a lot of people are confused on that. Because we had Shakur, we had Shakur and Jamel, who just fought. We had Canelo Plant, and then we got Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter coming up, which is another opportunity, right? But I'd imagine they have a schedule of things, you know? Like, there is no company that develops like this on this scale that doesn't have a schedule of events that's set out in order to maximize their release, you know? And things happen. Things can happen. We knew early on that the pandemic was going to be something that was going to hold stuff back. So if the game gets pushed back or something like that, like, I really wouldn't be mad. because ultimately, yo, we want something good. Plant. What was your prediction again? Look, Reese, man, we had a conversation, dog. All right. They missed two huge opportunities. They could have put logos on trunks and the ring. You're right. You're right. But at the same time, Poe, the question that I have with that is, when we saw, who was it? It was my man in Devin Haney, Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares came in with the logo, right? How deep is Jorge Linares, though, into not the development, man, but like, what is his contributions to the game? Is his contributions to the game like high enough to the point, man, where he's gonna be coming in with the logo and all that type of stuff? Is Shakur and them having the same type of contributions to the game? That was the one thing that I looked at, is how are these fighters necessarily contributing to the game, man? And when it comes to them coming in with the logos and stuff on. But you're right, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to see them marketing that way a little bit stronger, you know? It's strange because what other opportunity are they going to get to showcase something now? I know there's Crawford and Porter. Yeah, that won't have as many eyes on it as Canelo. You're right, it won't. It won't. And that's why personally I actually thought that something was going to be at Canelo Plant, yo. I thought if anything, anywhere, it was going to be there. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder was big. I really thought that, I mean, it was 168 pound. First time, man, fighting for all four straps, dude. And then it was Canelo, yo. Like, somebody that we all believe is probably going to be your cover star. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was definitely going to be something there. Reese, man, my God. Look, I didn't have a full prediction. Reese, for Canelo Plant, because I know what Plant is capable of. I knew what he was capable of going into it. We all knew the punch and power deal. We all knew that, right? Was he going to have enough pop to keep him off? But like the conversation we had on Twitter, I don't believe that the punch and power was the biggest issue. I think his energy reserves was the biggest issue. I think ultimately when he got knocked out, he didn't take that punch as well because he was too damn tired by that point. And I believe that Canelo's body investment early paid out in the 11th. I think that's ultimately what happened. But I think Plant came in, and I've done a film study on it now, man, and I'm still looking at it, yo, because it was just that good. I do believe that Plant, though, came in with a real good plan, man, and it was really to disrupt Canelo's timing, especially with his lead foot. Y'all go back and watch it, man. Every time Canelo tried to, he moves to a natural rhythm, yo, and every time he stepped that lead foot, Canelo would hit him before he could actually plant the foot, which means he can't counterpunch as fast as he usually does because he's got to get his feet down. Double up, like Plant usually does. Double up on him, hit him as he's stepping, and you're gonna make that man have to speed up earlier than he probably wanted to. My take. God. I wonder why they haven't started heavily promoting ESBC yet. I mentioned the game to a couple friends, and they didn't have a clue a new boxing game was dropped. And it is insane to me, Daniel. That is insane to me still, that even now, there's still a vast majority of people out there that have no idea that ESBC is even a thing, yo, which is crazy to me, yo. Like, it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. They got to get on a bigger platform, though, and I think that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? I think they have to find a way to get on a bigger platform. Either that or their promotion just has to be a lot harder. I personally think that they should start or find a way. I can't tell them what to do, you know what I'm saying? But if they were able to find a way to get themselves on the big stages, through, like, not just like Poe was saying, man, with logos on the trunks, but I think it might be time for like a promo commercial or something, dog. Like during a big fight, you know what I'm saying? Like a top ranked fight night, or the zone card, or man, something, dude. But and don't get me wrong, I don't know what all goes into that. I don't know what logistics go into all of that. I don't know what you have to work out with the promotional companies in order to do that type of stuff. But I think there's something, dude, a commercial? You might need a commercial right about now, dog. Like something that cycles on YouTube. Anything, man. Like they need to get this stuff out there. ESBC can't come this year. I also think SCI. No, we know that. So maybe that's why they're not too eager to throw anything out just yet. But they will have to throw something out before year end. So I'll tell you, man, I said it before. I think it's possible. And I think it's possible simply due to the fact that they are still advertising early access on the Steam page. They never said early access was going away. And I think early access is the window. You know what I'm saying? If they had gotten rid of early access completely, I think that would deliver the wrong message to be like, this game just ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, this game just ain't ready at all. But I don't think the case, man. I think early access is still the doorway to that December release. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the way. I think that's the way in. But who knows, man? Who knows? Actually, bro, what was your thoughts of the Plant Canelo conversation in the ring? Yeah, am I a good fighter too? Yeah. So I've heard fighters like talk, right? You sit ringside close enough, man, you hear these guys talk. And a lot of them, talking some cash money too. Be like they be getting at each other. But on a fight at that stage, I thought it was kind of odd, for Plant to be kind of like, yeah, this is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm kind of a good fighter for 21-0, huh? Like, like my man, you might want to stay focused. You know what I'm saying? You got a real killer in front of you right now. This ain't the time for that. I wonder why these major gaming media sites aren't on board with ESBC. They jumped on EA Fight Night News fast. And like the conversation we was having, Poe, I believe it was clout, dude. I think that's what it is. Fight Night is a household name. We know that. You know what I'm saying? It was the only fighting game we had, for forever. You know what I mean? Like, it's a household name. You mention Fight Night in any conversation, and look, you could have been talking. It could be 3 other companies making a boxing game right now. You bring up Fight Night, and the conversation is immediately going to shift. Like, Fight Night is going to be the center of attention immediately, dude. Like, not to mention the way EA kind of exited with Fight Night, it still stings with people, but it still left a longing of wanting something, man. Especially, you know what I'm saying, to the hardcore Fight Night fans, yo. So absolutely, I know exactly why they jumped on board. Not only that, EA's a big company with big money, yo. Like, absolutely, they're going to get on board. It took a while though. It took a while before the major news outlets got on board with ESBC, but I think IGN has covered them, a little bit. It's a very little bit. It wasn't a lot, but they've mentioned them. You know what I'm saying? I think if they give us an official release date before end of year, we can't really complain. At least we will know for sure when the game is coming. It will also make it easier to accept the delay. I agree 100%, dude. Yeah, I do not, all right, and I repeat, do not delay this game and then don't give us a release date to go along with that delay. You talking about, oh my God, torches and pitchforks. Do not delay this game, yo, and don't come out with a release date. You be shooting yourself in the foot. Now, don't get me wrong. People still gonna watch it. People still gonna be waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna have some fans hurt. You do that, man. Like, I don't think that would be a good move at all. At all. And it heard even said they need better marketing and everything. And Eddie, man, like Eddie's like king of marketing, yo. Like, so I agree, man. I think I think there has to be more, but still, man, SCI is still a relatively small company. That is why I say, right? And real quick, I want to say, man, for anybody out there who still be thinking that ESBC ain't coming, man, get out your feelings. All right, like that is insane to even say that. Like no game is going to sign somebody like Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford, Lomachenko, Sean Porter, Usyk, Plant. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nobody's going to sign these people and then all of a sudden be like the game ain't coming out. It's ridiculous. Um, but at the same time, I think when you bring somebody like Will Kinsler, who spent a lot of time over at Epic Games, dude, working on projects like Fortnite, to your IP, dude, like that's a major move, yo. Like that is a major move. You don't bring people like that in, man, to all of a sudden scrap the project. It's insane. It doesn't make any logical sense. I think people just be like, oh, the game's not coming out, man. Just like, you're upset, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it because you want something right now. So do I. You know what I mean? But we'll still be logical here. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, it's crazy. Do you think Eddie knew about this EA release? He always seemed off when ESBC is spoken about. You know what, Reese, man? I don't know. We all know that Eddie has pitched an idea to EA before. And I think if EA was serious, right? Because we don't know, man. We don't know if EA is serious about what they're saying right now. But if they were serious, do I think Eddie Hearn would try to get in bed with EA? For sure. Because I think Eddie would understand what EA is bringing as far as their ability to just have that $1 billion backing, yo. Like they're a multi-billion-dollar company, dude. Like when you're looking at that type of money, the ideas almost seem endless for what you probably could do, especially now. But I tell you, if I'm EA, right? If I'm EA, ESBC is on the cusp of coming out. Signing all these fighters, all that type of stuff. I've been asleep for 10 years. I would dip my toe in the water too, just to test the temperature, to see how people feeling about my return. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know, I will already know people wasn't happy when I left. You know what I'm saying? They weren't necessarily happy with the product that I gave you before I left. And then I just dipped and left you wanting more. I know people ain't gonna be happy about me coming back. You know what I'm saying? So absolutely, I would dip my toe in the water real quick, see how everybody feeling, what's the temperature like around here, before I dive in head first and go swimming, man. Like, I think this whole thing right now is just good tactical timing on EA's part. I said conversation with ESBC is a little low right now. Come on, man. Like, all the content creators are kind of struggling, you know what I mean? Like, people are just coming up with just about anything just to get some news out there. And I mean, outside of Fred Talks Fighting, dog, like Fred is out here grinding, dog. Like, he's out here doing his thing, man. He's chasing these interviews. He's out here talking to these people, man. So shout outs to Fred. But at the same time, man, I think, was they really serious about everything they said? I don't know. Maybe that's where the Brian Mazik info comes into play. They're probably planning the promotion with the big publisher they are partnered with. See, that's the thing, man. Like, I don't even know if they're partnered with a big publisher. Nobody does. I believe that they have been, and look, all speculation, but I believe that they have been approached by major publishers. You know what I'm saying? But look at it this way, man. Like, you are about to usher in a sport that's been gone for a long time, yo, in the virtual space. It's like you're walking around with a Fabergé egg, dog. Like, that's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars potentially. You're not just going to sell that to anybody. You know what I'm saying? If anybody at all, especially when you are already starting to gain so much momentum. Dude, real fighters are behind it. When I talk to Eddie Chambers, dude, the excitement in his voice of just potentially being a part of the game itself, he was ecstatic, dude, about ESBC. He was, and this is somebody who worked in the Fight Night franchise, who worked with EA over 2 games, yo. And he was just like, damn, the money, really? I just kind of want to be in it, you know? So I don't know, dude. I don't know if they are going to attach to a publisher. I know that Brian Mazik is close to 2K. He's been covering 2K for a long time. And I mean, you work near a company like that for a long time, man. And yeah, I mean, would I put it past him to be like, yeah, I mean, maybe they're going to sell to 2K just to throw something out there? Maybe, maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that conversation going? Maybe, maybe not. Did it work? If that was the case, what's to say 2K didn't pay Brian to come out there and say that? You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, these companies play hard ball, y'all. Like, they could have easily slip that man a couple dollars, yo. Chuck this video out there real quick. Say this, say that. It's all speculation. Nothing's for real. You know what I'm saying? But just get the word out and see what people say. Fans are trying to use reverse psychology. Yeah. Yeah, they are. All right, Reese, man, I'll holler at you. I think with EA as well, they say that they are pausing working on Moneyball until UFC is done. That's due in 2022, which means Moneyball wouldn't be ready for years. And that's the other thing, man. People are talking like Fight Night is coming out like now. So, dude, we wouldn't see a. That's even if it's called Fight Night. We would have no idea what it would be called when it came back. But, yeah, dude, man, you're talking years. You're talking years before we could potentially see an actual game come from EA. And you're talking a long time, yo. But again, if I'm EA, I would sit back. I would watch the success of ESBC to see if there is any, you know, and then I'd hit you at your lowest point. I would start promoting hard right when you're at your lowest point. That would literally almost force a company to have to do something in order to make sure that they don't die dead in the water. And I'll give you a good example. If you look at Fortnite versus Apex Legends versus Call of Duty Warzone right now, Apex is like up here, right? Fortnite was up here forever. Fortnite is at their lowest point right now, right? Apex just dropped their 11th season. They have already siphoned all of the biggest streamers from the Warzone community over to Apex. Apex, as of right now, over the past 90 days, is the most viewed Battle Royale game, period. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You hit them when they're down, yo. Fight Night is going to be NBA Live versus NBA 2K ESBC. You're right. You're absolutely right. That's exactly what it was. And if you remember back in the day, Poe, when Madden was out, but then you had NFL 2K5 that came out. NFL 2K5 was far more realistic. They had way better presentation, all of that. What did EA do? They went and bought the complete license to football, and nobody could do anything. That's how EA play, man. They play for keeps, though. They ain't coming out here to play around. Yeah, they got too much money for that. Sim versus a hybrid product. Yep. 2K likes a lot of my ESBC posts on LinkedIn. Yeah, and again, man, like, and again, Poe, you remember when you showed me that clip from LinkedIn where they had watched the video that I had put out there? EA is out there watching, dude. They are out there watching 100%. Dude, I guarantee you, every major creator, people like myself, Reese, Fanatico, Study, I guarantee that EA has been sitting back and has been watching every one of our videos, yo. 100%, I guarantee they've been watching our video. How we doing, Coach? Just got back from the gym. What up, man? And they getting that work in. I hope. I wish I can go and get back on my mid game, man. But I got another hip surgery coming up. Taking a brother out of his love, man. Money isn't money made with. The ball rhymes with Paul, as in the Paul brothers was just Kurt. Kurt, damn fool, man. Oh man. Hopefully we can get Tyson and some other fighters from the Fight Night series. Yeah, I mean, of course. Do the Tyson announcement. I think so. A few weeks ago, I asked the question: do we still want fighter announcements? Is that really what we're is that where we're at right now? Is that we still are okay with just getting like fighter announcements and stuff like that? And for the most part, people said, yeah. And it was kind of because because things were so quiet, people was like, dude, just give me anything that I can take at the moment. You know what I'm saying? I just need some type of, you got to feed me something, you know? But I think it's time. Man, I would like to see him step it up a little bit beyond fighter announcements. I don't think fighter announcements are 100% necessary at this point, unless it's a major fighter announcement like a Tyson or a Mayweather or a Errol Spence or something like that, you know? I think then we get a fighter announcement, but until then, I think we can kind of ease up on the fighter announcements, you know? Oh, yeah, MG, they lurking. Yeah, and that goes back, that clip was what? That was probably damn near, a year ago almost now? Yeah, he ain't been lurking for a minute, my man, for a minute. One fighter I would love in ESBC would be Julian. Yeah, Julian Jackson was a murderer, dude. Like, he was, you want to see what viciousness looks like in the ring? You want to see what hatred looks like for another man? You watch Julian Jackson knock people out, yo. The way they went down and the look on their faces when they went down, dude, was just, it was insane. It was insane. Julian Jackson was a monster. What is EA going to do about getting fighters, since SCI has already got so many and more that we don't know? And that's the thing, Tyrant, is like we don't know what the contracts look like. And that's what we were saying before, is that because we don't know what exclusivity really means. What is the definition of an exclusive contract? You know what I'm saying? Is it fully exclusive to where they can't go anywhere else? Or am I just literally giving you my likeness for use? But I can, if that's the case, man, I should be able to do that with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I should be able to go to any company and be like, pay me, and you could put me in your game. You just can't, you know what I'm saying? I just wouldn't sell myself for free, you know? Even if gameplay isn't ready yet, some cool screenshots of fighter models and arenas would be nice. Yes, and I think that is the route to go. I know we want gameplay. I want gameplay, at least around. I would love it. That way I have something tangible that I could fully analyze. Look, you want me to be completely honest with you? Just send me the game, man. Send me some codes, send me something that I could just test it and just really get a good bite out of that joint. You know what I mean? But that's a reach. That's a hard ask. I get it. You know, like, I completely understand. I'd be NDA'd out the ass though, dude. They do something like that, you know. But yeah, man, I think a couple of pictures, the arenas, a layout for tournaments. I'm really interested, yo, in what these tournaments are going to look like, because we ain't got much news about that. A female model. What are the females looking like in the game? You know what I'm saying? No disrespect, but do we got jiggle physics? You know what I'm saying? Ebony Bridges is in the game. So, I mean, what are we doing? What are we looking like when it comes to female characters in the game, man? Because I think they need a really good representation, man, for this. I think they do. And especially after coming off of a fight like Michaela Mayer Hamadouche. What? Man. Do them ladies some justice, some serious justice. Uh, I could literally talk about ideas for ESBC and just ESBC in general. Till I'm old and gray. Must be great to earn a living doing it, coach. Credit to you, Jack, man. Believe it or not, my actual job, I'm a military member. 14 years in the service, dog. This ESBC thing, dog, this is just a talking about boxing, talking about ESBC, coaching on, you know what I'm saying, on my off time, all that type of stuff. That's just my passions, dude. Like I that's my way of giving back. You know what I mean? I wish I made enough. I wish I made enough off of doing this show to make a living. You know what I'm saying? I need some more. Come on, community. Help a brother out. Y'all want some more content, man? Yo, I need some tips. I need some donations. I'm messing, man. I'm messing. I'm good. Do you think a release is more likely next year, springtime, or summer? I think if they don't release in December, I think we're still looking at quarter 1. So we're talking somewhere between January and March. That would be that's my personal take. Because like I said, I think they're capable of dropping the game right now if they wanted to, man. It just, I think they're that far along. You know what I mean? I think as Joshua has appeared in other EA games, Joshua is probably the main exclusive fighter. Fury was only in UFC 4 and ESBC signed him. Yeah, which is crazy because before that signing, and I just about guarantee you that every creator was under the impression that we would not see Tyson Fury or AJ simply for the fact that they was locked up with UFC. And we know how EA play. They lock you down. You know what I mean? So I would like to have been around to find out exactly how Steel City was able to get to Tyson Fury, dude. We haven't cracked that code yet, and I don't know how they did it. I still don't know how they did it. But when they did that, I thought that at that point, honestly, anything was possible, yo. They pretty much just about get anybody at that point. The Hawk, yeah. I think. What's good, Jay? Shout outs to Jay Jesus too, man, because Jay is probably one of the most if you follow him on Twitter, go follow Jay on Twitter, man. If y'all want some motivation, he's probably one of the most positive people, yo, that in the internet space. He's one of the most extremely positive people, man. Like always get up, tell you to have a blessed day. You know what I'm saying? Like we need more of that in the world, man. Keep that rocking, Jay. Don't change, man. Don't change at all. Fury didn't have an exclusive contract. That comes from having a great lawyer. You probably right about that. You probably right about that. But at the same time, Poe, that means his team saw an opportunity that they thought was good enough to separate from a billion-dollar company like EA. Everybody chew on that for just a second, man. Like, that'll tell you right there, possibly what we are going to be getting, man, when ESBC finally drops. Hanzo Bridges weigh-ins, yeah. Yeah. she's probably already got the most viewed. She got the record for most viewed at a weigh-in. Imagine if EA makes the female models look like the Hulk. I mean, come on. I don't want to. They shouldn't do them that dirty. When do you think the game will release, Coach? I'm still shooting for December, man. December is mine. Until I see something different. And the only reason I say December, yo, is because we've heard people close enough to the game say that December is what they're shooting for. So until they come tell me something different, I'm going to just stick with that because that's not speculation, man. Like, we've heard that straight from them. So I'll continue to rock with that until. Even more credit to you. Appreciate you, Jack. I appreciate you. Female characters to attract female boxers. I think so too, man. I think it would help. Like, I am a little bit let down by the female promotion. I think it does need to be better, especially in a male-dominated space. You're talking about video games and you're talking about boxing, dude. It's a very male driven space, God. And I really believe that they need to push that a little more, man. I really do. Speaking of, is there a female ESBC creator, like, at all? If y'all know one, I would love to talk to her, yo. If you were to guess, why do you think they're holding back info right now? Because I think they're working, dude. I'm some real. And this is something I think the majority of the community has to understand, is that everybody's heard the saying, man, no news is good news. It's not no news is bad news. Bad news is bad news. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait till you actually get bad news before you start bugging out. But I know we all want to hear something right now, myself included. So I think they are, man. I think they're really preparing for something big. I think they're preparing for something big. And I think that's why things have gotten kind of like quiet at the moment. My best guess. Big Ma shot on the house. Yeah. Welcome, brother. Ma look good on you, man. Wear it well. Wear it well. Jay, coming by to show support. Hey, Jay, man, keep it up, dog. Don't change, B. Don't change. I wish we could get something on the announcers and how they sound in the game. Yeah, Vin, I wonder if they're gonna actually like allow them to be themselves. I hope they actually. That was why early on I was like, I wonder if they can get somebody like Paul Malignaggi. Yeah, that dude brings so much energy, so much energy. I would love to hear that dude ringside, man. While I'm fighting, he brings tons of energy to the fight, yo. And his brain is amazing. His analysis of the sport in itself is great. It's great. I would love to have Paulie on the side. I would love to have Max Kellerman on the side. Jay always got that positive motivation energy. Yeah, he do. And he know it. He know he do. I'm gonna need y'all to slow down the chat bar start banning. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. No, I don't stream a lot. I don't stream a lot. I probably need to do it more often. But this is great. This is great, yo. This conversation is what I needed right now, yo. No, the positive. Can you believe people are saying 2023? No, William. I can't believe people are saying 2023. That sounds crazy to me. It doesn't make sense. Alpha round bottom 2026. The grade. I wish I could find. Dude, I've reached out to members of that team, and I can't get anything back, dude. It's like they shut that door for a reason. And you know what I would hope? In all reality, dude, I would hope, even though we just heard about EA, we know EA is probably years from actually dropping anything. I would hope that Fight Night or Round for Round is in the lab, dude. I would hope they was in the lab cooking up something tasty, B, and then just drop some bomb trailer, yo. That's what I would hope, because that would show fans that boxing is really back on the table, man. Like that there is a space for boxing games and there is an interest for boxing games, dude. So that would get me excited, especially if Round for Round dropped something, yo, that really looked good. But I kind of doubt it. No point in giving small details every month. True. At least they communicate and take feedback, unlike someone. All right, Jay, man, have a good time at work, man. But yeah, and to that point, man, like if you're in the Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, you should join the Discord. You literally can talk right to the devs. You ask them just about anything, unless it's covered by NDA, and then of course they're not going to say anything. But that should be expected. You know what I mean? Anyone who said and they weren't happy with the monthly written updates. Needs to have a long, hard look at themselves. Yeah, yeah, yes. I said in when me and Reese sat down and talked, right? When me and Concept Reese sat down and talked, I said I thought that the monthly updates were a good idea because of the way that each creator had the time to kind of like take what was said, pick it apart, and then give our own interpretation of that. And now we kind of have to like, we have to search. We have to be hunter gatherers now, man, for information. You know, it is what it is, though. I got what they were. I got what they were saying too, that they had kind of grown past that, you know. But I would love to have it back right about now. My God, would I love to have it back right now. I would like to have Teddy Atlas. Yes, I would like to have Teddy. I would like to have Teddy in the game in any capacity, to be honest. As long as you have Teddy talk about corruption in boxing, that has to be an ad, yo. Coach, are you still going to make the fighter weight class video? Yes, I am. There are a lot of fighters, dog, and I'm going through the list. So yeah, just give me a little bit. Give me a little bit. Seems like Steel City are taking the Rockstar Games approach, go MIA, but when it's time to deliver, they deliver. Yeah, that could be the case. So Jordan, I don't know if y'all, and again, like I play Apex a lot, dude. It's like it's just what I play right now. But them, for example, nobody knew when Apex was coming out. There was no promos really. There was no nothing. EA Respawn basically pulled out in the middle of the street, dropped the bag of money, yo, and then just drove off. that's what Apex's release was like. There was no promo at all, yo. They just dropped the bag and dipped. And then people just started ciphering through it like, oh, we got something good up in here, you know? I don't think that SCI is going to take that approach. Not at this point. It's already got too much steam behind it, man. But we've seen games be successful without really any like promo at all. So EA don't take feedback. They took the wish list. I sent them 12 years ago and added less than 2%. ESBC saw the wish list and added a lot. Yeah, I remember you saying that, man. And remember, what's the name said the same thing. Eddie Chambers. Eddie Chambers basically said like, they didn't take any feedback from me. I just hope they release the game right before Christmas. Not even a game, just a beta or even like a test game type thing. Yeah, that would be nice. Just some type of right before Christmas. It's the best time. We all know that Q4 is the best time of year for video games, man. It's the best time of year to drop a game because of the Christmas holiday. Drop something right before that. Capitalize off of that. You know what I mean? Everybody's already talking about the missed opportunity with Canelo Plant. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we want to miss Q4. That's a big time of year. If EA had a Discord, they would probably want you to sing "Here Comes the Money" in their channel before you can probably speak on them. Now, I'll say this. I know EA is not one to take negative feedback. They definitely don't like negative feedback, man. I've seen where that company has almost blacklisted top level players, yo, for giving negative feedback, man. Like, but feedback is good, man, whether it's positive or negative. You should listen to the negative feedback. And that's why I give SCI so much credit. You know what I'm saying? Because they have listened to the negative feedback. And we know that because we've seen changes get implemented as this game is being developed. Literally, all of you all have had, and like, you've all had a piece in the development of a game, man. Like, that should mean a lot, dude. So it kills me when you got a lot of people out there who kind of like about face and turn their back on it just because, you know what I'm saying, they've gone a little quiet. Now, I'll tell you straight up, if EA had been working in the lab and was dropping a game soon, and we got to see it, I'd be all about it, especially if it was something good, man. I ultimately just want a very, very good and very positive representation of the sport itself, man. That is all I want, man. That is all I want. And I think honestly that's what all the fans want. I don't think anybody really cares what name is attached to it. I know there's a little bit of distaste with EA because of the way that they do business. And I can agree with that. But somebody hit the nail on the head, right? And they're going to have a banger on their hands, yo. And they're going to make tons of money. ESBC is just in the forefront of that right now, man, because we know what they're doing. And they seem the closest to actually, like, making that happen. I'm in the Discord, but found a lot of people were just chatting and giving the dead shit. So just kind of look for any announcements and then come here for your videos. Hey, man, I try to make, I don't want to overhype. I don't want to, none of that, yo. I just want to bring y'all valuable content, man. So if I get to these like little lulls that's been happening like lately, it's because I don't want to speculate too much, man. Like, I don't want to speculate too much. So I'll take time, yo. Like I could have made an EA video yesterday when it dropped, but I wanted to take my time. I wanted to do a little bit of research. I wanted to think about it a little bit before I either made a video or I did this. And ultimately I decided I wanted to talk to y'all about it instead of making a video on it, man. Because I really wanted to hear what the community had to say and how y'all felt about Fight Night and EA possibly opening that door again. You know? Because I know people are still kind of upset. I know a lot of people don't trust EA. I know people talk about how and look, when Fight Night Champions came out, the world of microtransactions was nowhere near as rampant, yo, as it is now. I could only imagine what the possibility of microtransactions would look like in a new Fight Night. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think that's a conversation that people are even having right now, yo. I remember what Star Wars Battlefront looked like when it came to microtransactions, dude. Like, people felt like they was genuinely being robbed. Poe left the Discord. Poe, did you leave or did you get kicked out, dog? I think you might need to go ahead and clarify that, man. February, March is what I'm thinking for a release. And you might be right. I mean, you might be right. Like I said, I am. I'm still, again, man, I'm gonna stick with December. I'm gonna stick with December until we see something different. But I mean, if y'all didn't see the interview with Lydia Daydal that Fred Talks Fighting did with her, she had basically said that she didn't think the game was coming out this year. I hope she's a lie, yo. Lydia's cool people, man. She's cool people, yo. But I hope she's lying about that. My God, I hope she's lying. I would gladly take December still. You know what I'm saying? But I'm reasonable, man. If there's a good enough reason for it, then I mean, if they have to push it back to December, or they push it back to January, February, or March, then I'm not necessarily mad. You know, truth is about EA with any sports games, they don't want to add in a lot or change a lot each year. They're basically taking baby steps and eventually creating that one good game with most to all features. And that's been the process, right? If I give you everything right now, you're gonna want more, right? That's how fans are. If I give you everything that you want right now, you're gonna want more. You know? Eventually you're gonna want more. And that means I have to work harder and think more out the box to give you more. So I'll give you this one change and an updated roster every year. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I know that you're constantly going to come back and buy it because I'm a household name. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you this, EA won't change until the fans change. That's the only way that anybody's going to get to EA, dog. Like when it comes to like Madden, they're not going to change till the fans change. The fans have to demand what it is that they want, yo. They have to demand it. You got to hit EA in the dollar. You got to burn a hole right through the dollar, dude, in order to get. If you want them to change the way that they do business, man, I don't foresee that happening, man. I don't see that happening. Did you have that content creator chat with SCI recently? No. EA would charge you $5 to change the color of your gloves. Do you know how mad I would be? Do you know how upset I would be, man? Dude, I'd be crazy mad. Oh my God. Had they stated what they are doing regarding early access yet? Is that still going to be how they're going to release? Like early on PC and then later on consoles. We don't know for sure. For all we know, they could drop the game. I still believe that PC is going to be the initial drop, and then consoles sometime later. But whether they're going to do it in early access, I don't know. I think that depends on what state the game is in at the time that they want to do it, or if they want to collect feedback first before dropping the whole thing. And I actually think that early access, personally, I think that's probably the route to go. I would collect that feedback. I would bug test. I would all of that. Let people just really get into it and kind of figure it out. And then you develop it, you develop it, you develop it. You know what I'm saying? Drop the game for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And then drop out a finished product. But no, to answer your question, no, they haven't fully stated exactly how they're going to release the game yet. Poe got kicked for negative feedback. They pulled me back in because fans protested in the forums. You see what I mean, yo? Like, they ain't gonna change it till the fans change. There you go, right there. Then I left on my own after Fight Night Champion release. They might be testing in the house. I'd put money on it, Vin, that they're testing in the house. I'd put money on it that they're testing in the house. EA gonna charge $9.99 for a scan update pack. Before buying the pack, the fighters will have a generic face. Look, man, we all know that if there's a way to get money, man, EA done figured it out, yo. EA done figured it out. You know what I'm saying? I can't knock them, yo, for being smart, though. Ultimately, it's on us, man. We pay for it, you know? Ain't nobody put a gun to our head, man, and say, you know what I'm saying? They'll pay $30 for this recolor skin. Which in most game skins you can't even see. Especially if you're talking a first-person shooter. You can't even see the skin on yourself. All you are the hands and a gun. You know what I'm saying? You can't even see it. You got people out here kicking out $20, man, for a skin that you're only going to see in the menu screen. It's a shame. It's a shame how we slaves like that, man. But yeah, man, like I think this EA thing it caught a wave and quick. It caught a wave real quick, especially when it was the people who was putting it out. You know what I'm saying? They caught a wave very quick. And I think it was really good timing on EA's part. I think it was more of a strategic move than anything actually solid. You know what I'm saying? And I think if I was deep into the fight night community like that, um, I probably would have made a video being kind of hype about the idea. The fact that I'm not deep into the fight night community like that, I didn't really think like that was my place. Um, am I hyped about it? Not really. And that's because I know that it wouldn't be something that's coming like right now. It wouldn't be coming anytime soon. So hype for me would kind of be attached to that. Not to mention, I was not a big fan of Fight Night Champion as it was. I would need something more tangible, yo, to really build like some real hype. And that has nothing to do with me covering ESBC. I've covered round for round. So it has nothing to do with company loyalty, yo. Like I say, ultimately, I just want a really solid representation of the sport, man. Like I really do. At this point, I was just happy seeing some in-game models of fighters we have not seen yet. I would like to see more. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would like to see what Canelo looks like, man. Like, we know he's been scanned. I would like to see what Lomachenko looks like. I would like to see what Jamel Herring looks like. I want to see what Clarissa Shields looks like, man. Like, the graphics of the new Fight Night is probably going to be unbelievable. They have the money. They have, yeah, man, they have the money. They have the team. They have a team with the right, they have the right size team. And that's not to step on SCI for having a smaller team. Dude, in the video that Lydia did, the behind the scenes joint, man, when you looked at the scans on screen, what they had done of Deontay Wilder, it was down to the man's pores. Be like, they are going to pull a lot out of PCs. They're going to pull a lot out of the consoles, man. So I think it's going to be phenomenal, dude. I really think what we're going to get from SCI is going to be phenomenal. And I think if EA dives back into that space, one thing they are known for, yo, is pretty damn good graphics, yo. I think graphically speaking, man, they're usually always pretty up there, yo. They'll never deliver anything that's like, it's bad. One thing I think EA would do is add an ultimate team like mode for Fight Night. You have slots in your club for each division. Each fighter either has an icon, gold, silver. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be a bad idea. Dude, I think at any point, if we could make any form of club, especially when we can invite people that we know or people that we meet online or what have you, man, like, dude, I think it would be good. You know what I'm saying? I think anything like that, yo, where you can start bringing the community together like that, it's always going to be, I think it's always going to be healthy. They added preview packs in FIFA. So do we do the same for packs in Fight Night? So you see, you get in pack. And if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. It's good to have the choice. You know what I'm saying? It's good to have the choice at least. What you don't want is any form of like pay to win game though, man. You don't want that, yo. You don't want that at all. No, definitely EBC graphics are fire now. Yeah, they look good, man. That's what kills me too, is people still be like, the graphics look terrible, and you know what I'm saying? Like, and the punches is what everybody comes back to, man. Again, I was just talking to Eddie Chambers, who was just saying that what he's seen looks phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is that I trust what he was saying. I don't think he was just hyping it because he wanted to be in the game. Because he had even said it himself that he may end up shooting himself in the foot, getting a deal with them for some of the things that he's had to say. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, yeah, man, like you got other fighters talking about this game. And they're speaking about it in really high regard, man. People who are not actually signed to the game yet. So that should mean something. Yeah, dude, 1024 had, I think it was what, 2 years ago when Death Stranding came out. Death Stranding was rated as the best looking game of the entire year. You know what I'm saying? It was the best looking game of that year. That should say a lot, dude. 1024, they're cream of the crop right now when it comes to graphics. You know, nobody else gets it in, man, like them. It's crazy, yo. And the projects that they work on are big hitters, yo. They work on some big hitter projects, man. So to see them working with basically almost like a startup company, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning, to now practically being like a AAA company, man, like, dude, it says a lot, man. And 1024 came on relatively early in the development process. And once they did, man, like everything changed. They scrapped that whole previous look that they had. And that was when I jumped on. I jumped on right before 1024 hit. So I knew what the game was looking like, man, prior to, you know, what most fans that are coming on now have seen. So I've been lucky enough to be around long enough to really see almost like the maturation process, man, of the game and its development and what it looks like. And dude, man, it is leaps and bounds better, yo, than where we was hell a year ago. This will show my age. Run for Atari boxing, top down view. Yeah, man, with the two dudes with the stick arms, had the blocks on the end. You had to imagine what your body was doing and look like. So I'm well pleased on the graphics. Yeah, no doubt, man. Like, no doubt. And don't worry about that, dog. Like, I'm from the same era. Dude, my 38th birthday is right around the corner, man. For y'all that look at me and be like, he can't be no more than like 21. I just got good genes, man. You know what I'm saying? The baby face, you know, get it from a mother. How long we been live, dude? I've been talking forever. I know we've been on for a minute, man. This has been an amazing conversation with y'all, yo. Real talk. Do I have any concerns regarding ESBC? Do I have any concerns regarding ESBC? I don't know if I would call them concerns, man. Just more of things that I want. You know what I'm saying? And that's because I have this insatiable appetite, man, for the sport itself. And again, its representation. So not so much concerns. It's just as it is. It's more so of things that I want, man. And I can ask for things forever, yo. But I understand that there's limitations within the digital world that we can't necessarily, you know what I'm saying, work with. I was wondering how you look young and need hip surgery. Well, you mentioned it earlier. Yeah, man. I'm on my second one, to be honest with you. I don't know how long the rest of my military service is going to last, which, happy Veterans Day, man. If I got any veterans in the chat, yo. And I'll give you an early, you know what I'm saying, appreciate your service. But yeah, definitely not as young as I look. You know what I'm saying? But look, y'all, I think I covered everything. Fight night, release day, WBC Convention. Yeah, man, yo, it was good. It was great talking with y'all. Like I said, man, I don't do this a whole lot, yo. But every time I do it, man, y'all show out, yo. So, appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate your input. I might sign off, man. I know some of y'all got to be out there grilling, man. It's Veterans Day, right? Barbecues, all that good stuff. Or if you're like Kurt, you're drinking hot chocolate. No, no doubt, man. We all got our guilty pleasures, right? Yeah, man. All right, Jack. Appreciate y'all for showing up, man. I'm out of here. Go down here, chill with the fam, yo, for the rest of the night. Boxing on this weekend. Jaime Munguia, Gabriel Rosado. That is going to be a barn burner, boy. So y'all might want to check that one out. I think David Benavidez is fighting this weekend, and I think there's some of the UK cards is out. I think Terry Harper, she's fighting Baumgardner. If you're into the ladies division, you know what I'm saying. If you're into watching the women fight, I would. If like I said, if you saw Michaela Mayer Hamadouche, man, that was an amazing fight, yo. Harper versus Baumgardner is probably going to be another good fight. And I think Kid Galahad, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Kid Galahad is in the ring this weekend too, man. So again, man, a lot of boxing coming around, man. Boxing ain't dead, man. People just ain't paying attention. So I'll holler at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all on the next one. You know what I mean?